Shalom, shalom. First, foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and the highest honor to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching this truth. And shalom to all of you hopeful elect all around the world. And shalom to you few sisters as well who believe in this truth. So this is the brother Rawchaa. And this is just going to be a quick addition to the last video. A sober spirit is worth striving for. And you know, when you calm, it's confidence, is faith, is your mind is resting at peace, you know, peace of mind. And we cannot be hasty, you know, in mind. We cannot be, you know, panicking and very careless, because that what comes with it. You know, sometimes if you are in a hurry to go somewhere, you notice that you become careless. You know, you may forget something, or you may drop something on the ground. You become careless. But we need to be composed, you know, in these times, in this Jacob's trouble that is fast approaching. So let me read the scripture, book of Revelation chapter 2 verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So, this is telling us that there is going to be sufferings. And Yahawashi, because these words are written in red, these are the words of Yahawashi. So, he's exhorting us to not fear these things which we are going to suffer. And then that the devil, you know, which here is talking about the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, which is the so-called white man, the Edomites. So their New World Order military forces, you know, European Union and NATO forces, are going to cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. So it's all a testing, this is a trial. And only the elect are going to make it. And when it says ye shall have tribulation 10 days, it means a period of time. So it could be more, it could be less. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. And this is the point. Even if there was a situation that they're going to push this MOTB, because that is a major thing. There's a major prophecy, major event that's going to fully come to pass in the near future. A MICROCHIP RFID MICROCHIP is going to be pushed. It's going to be forced upon the people. Just like the vaccine of COVID-19, but this is going to be more serious. This is going to be more aggressive. Because the shot or the jab, it was like a trial run. It was like a search. They accomplished a diligent search. I believe that's Psalms 64. Let me just check that out real quick. So this is talking about Esau, Edom, their banking families. The book of Psalm chapter 64. Book of Psalms chapter 64, verse 5 and 6. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? He's talking about these secret societies. You know, they try to be hidden, they try to be in secret. You know, making all of these unrighteous laws and decrees. You know, making all of these plans, these plots to try and come up against Jacob, but it's not going to work. Verse 6. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. So this trial run, this jab run for COVID-19, it was a search. Okay, how many people are going to consent unto it? How many people are going to buck up against it? How many people are first going to buck up against it, but then when there was rewards for taking this jab for COVID-19, and when there was threats for not taking it, you know, you cannot travel, you cannot see your family members who might be in some care home. These are just examples. There were many threats already for not taking the jab. Or you cannot go to the restaurants, cannot go to the movies. So there were people who first bucked up against it, but then when these threats came, they consented unto it and took it. And this is a part of their search. They got the results, you know. The banking families of Esau Edom, who are in the ruler's seat as of right now. And I know I'm going a little bit off topic, but I'm going to get back to the topic very soon. Let me just read this first. This book of Job, chapter 20, verse 23. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So just when these Edomites, you know, and their ruling families, you know, the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, Morgans, DuPonts, etc., Oppenheimers, just when they're about to succeed with this New World Order, it is at that point that Yahawashi is going to disappoint their enterprise. You know? Disappoint their devices. He disappointed the devices of the crafty so that they cannot perform their enterprise. So just when they think that they're about to succeed with C-hipping, you know, CHIP-hipping, the whole planet, because many people are going to take it. So many people are going to take the C-hip, the CHIP. But the elect not is not possible to deceive the elect. So knowing this, that their enterprise, you know, their mission, their agenda is not going to work, it should bring some calmness, some peace of mind to those that believe in the words of this book. And then, when the situation, the going gets very difficult, at that point you will not be fearful, your knees will not tremble, but even though the situation might be very, very challenging, very difficult, you're going to be at peace because through faith you know that it's all going to be good, it's all going to be okay. So let me read this again. Revelation chapter 2 verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So we know that this is a testing period. We know that right now we got to fight. We have to fight. And this is a spiritual war. And the most important thing here is be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So Yahawashi is going to give a crown of life for the elect of the nation of Israel. And it requires some of the elect of the nation of Israel to be put to death and to remain faithful unto death. So this means that under the penalty of death, you are going to be offered the CHIP, the MICROCHIP, and the conditions are going to be that if you take it, you're going to live, you're going to be in the comfort zone, you can buy and sell, you can still continue to be a citizen of this Klaus Schwab. You know, you will own nothing and be happy. You can be a part of that world, or you're going to be put to death if you don't consent unto taking the CHIP. And it is in that point that we need to pray for the Spirit to stay strong. You know, no matter what the situation may be, you know, no matter how difficult, no matter how intense it's going to be, because the elect in that situation are going to choose death, are going to be faithful unto death. So like just a moment, I had a point that just slipped my mind. Yes, what Yahawashi, it came back. So, you know, you need to consent unto the CHIP for it to be really for it to be cemented. Because of course, those of the nation of Israel who are going to be saved, they are not going to be taking the chip. They are not going to be taking the CHIP. And I remember in the comment boards of the Elders and Apostles, there was this Paul Kersey always asking about, what if they force it upon you? What if they force the CHIP upon you? But that is just showing lack of faith, because it is very direct and simple statement. Those of the nation of Israel that are going to be saved are not going to receive the CHIP, period. So then the how is it going to happen? That is, you know, left to be seen. But the fact is that those of the nation of Israel that are going to be saved are not going to be taking it. It is already been written, it is already been sealed in the book of life. So it cannot be changed. That is the fact. And, you know, these Edomites pushing this, they need to get your spirit. They need to what they're trying to achieve is to win over your spirit, to you know, make you condemned in the spirit. And in order to do that, you need to yourself, you need to consent unto the CHIP. But if you don't consent unto it, it doesn't make to even force it upon someone because they didn't consent unto it. It's not a spiritual victory. For example, if Esau would just grab someone and by the hand and then just lock their limbs, tie their limbs and just implement the MOTB, the CHIP, is not a spiritual victory. It won't give them the satisfaction. It's not the same as someone surrendering and just saying like, no, okay, I will take it. It's not the same. That is not what they're looking for. They're looking to really get your spirit and for you to abandon. And that's what the elect are not going to do. The elect are going to stay faithful unto death. And if you are having a spirit which is fearful, which is shaky, which is weak, you are not going to be able to be faithful unto death. And this is just an addition to the last video that I made, and I read also this precept Revelation 2 and 10 there. And just adding into it right now, after this I will wrap it up, is the book of Revelation chapter 3 verse 10. These again are the words of Yahawashi. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. So, the hour of temptation, that is when the CHIP is going to be pushed and forced heavy. Let me take that. Well, you can say forced because they're going to take your options away. But the word pushed is better. The CHIP is going to be pushed very, very aggressively. And that is the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So we know this is a time of trial, a time of testing. As gold is tried in the fire, so is also the acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. And because the elect of the nation of Israel has kept the word of the patience of Yahawashi, that is the token, that is the how can I say, the pass. That is the, well, token is a pretty good word in here. So that is the token to stay faithful and not panic and get all stressed up when any situation might be presented in front of you. And that is also the route or the insurance. That is the insurance of your peaceful mind, of your mind which is calm and collected, of your mind which is sober, clear, reasonable. Because you know that if you keep the word of Yahawashi's patience, you will be kept from the hour of temptation. Which means you are not going to receive the CHIP. And if Yahawashi is going to keep you, that means that you are part of the elect. You're going to be beamed up to the chariots. And what does it mean to keep the word of Yahawah's patience? It is to believe in this truth and walk in the ways of Yahawah. Study hard, read the scriptures, and then teach. Ezekiel 3, eat this roll. Let me actually get that. So, so okay, just a moment. Yeah, this book of Ezekiel chapter 3 verse 3, and he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with roll that I give thee. So he's talking about the scriptures, and not only reading this book, because the Christians, some of them are reading, but they are not having the understanding. So, to really have the comforter, that is also to receive the Holy Spirit from Yahawah, to understand what is really written inside this book, because it's written in code. And there is hard sayings. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness. Verse 4, and he said unto me, Son of man, go get thee unto the house of Israel, and speak with my words unto them. And when you jump down to the verse 17, Ezekiel 3 verse 17, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me. So when you're studying these scriptures, you're listening to the elders and apostles, and the other elders and the brothers. When you're studying the history, you're going into the words, and you're teaching, and you are filled with the spirit of faith. As you are doing that, you're feeding the lamb and the flock. You're laboring for Yahawah, presenting your body as a living sacrifice, sacrificing comfort and pleasures of this world in order to do the glorious work of Yahawah. That is how you are keeping the word of the patience of Yahawah. And if you will endure to the end, you will be saved, according to Matthew 24 and 13. And this is supposed to give us a peaceful mind, a sound mind. A spirit which is not weak, but which is powerful, and which is calm and collected in any and every situation. Shalom.